Basketball Wives, episode 8 for us, 21. Title is Once a Cheater, Always a Cheater. So let's get into it. So they started off the episode with Evelyn and Jenn, and they went to go get lunch and, meet up, talk about the Shawnee Rosa that happened. And Evelyn was asking Jenn, could she forgive Jackie for passing around, like, I guess they were just topless pics. But she was just like, she want to know why she did it. Like, why would Jackie do that? You know what I mean? And I'm like, why would Jackie do that? But Evelyn was saying, like, even though her and Jackie was, like, arguing and going back and forth, like, she does miss, like, the kooky Jackie, like, that sense of banter. You know what I mean? Like, and at the end of the day, when she, like, goes home and, like, goes to sleep, she thinks, like, why does it have to be this way? Like, some people are just tired of fighting. And I'm like, I understand her on that, like, and I commend her for, evolving, like, I'm like, okay, Evelyn, I see that point of view. I'm with you. Like, why are we fighting? Why not be the sisterhood? But yeah. Then they rode over to Giselle and her fiance. I think her name was Latasha. But she won MVP. So I'm like, let's say congratulations. Let's congratulate her in the comments. Let's congratulate her because y'all not showing the girlies in basketball enough love. So congratulations. But so anyways, they get to Giselle, her kid and her fiance get home to LA. Well, they fly to LA to be with her because I think they're from Texas. But anyways, so I'm like, okay, Giselle is all happy, her boo coming. But then they was talking, they're both nervous about getting married, and you know what I mean? It's just a lot. But I'm like, I can't wait to see the wedding because I like them together. And I like Giselle. So I'm like, and congratulations again. Then they went over into all the girls getting together because I guess they're throwing Brooke a, like single party independence because she's divorced. But she already in a relationship. So they're just trying to celebrate Brooke. Which I'm like, I love when they get together, and celebrate and stuff like that. So they get there, and Brandi is starting to like question the relationship because I guess they talking amongst themselves and they saying like how Brooke is about to move in with the dude that she dating, and they planning for marriage, like all type of stuff. So Brandi's like, well, I'm feeling like, she need to hold her horses. Like this is moving a bit fast to be divorced and married in the same year. Like I don't feel like she should do that. And Evelyn's like, girl, she need to read the room because Brooke is happy. Like that's all that matters. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, I'm with Brandi because if you're a real friend, if you're really my friend, like you know what I mean? You would bring up these type of things because like she might be making a mistake. You never know. And then with all that just happened in her life, like going through loss, like you're vulnerable. You know what I mean? So just because you're in this vulnerable space and somebody comes in to like fill it on up, don't mean that you just gotta go marry them. Like y'all can enjoy each other for a year or two just to make sure. Like so, I'm kind of with Brandi, but then I do see where everyone's like, girl, don't tell the lie. Like tell her that by yourself on another time. Like while you're at the party. So they come back with, everybody getting there at Brooke's party. And her mom got there and was basically telling everybody how she know that people feel like they might be moving fast, meaning Brooke and the fiance, I think he is, boyfriend, whatever he is. But she feel like when you know, and love is love, and if it works, basically, she supported. And she like him. So I'm like, okay, the mama, you better take up your daughter. And then Giselle pulled Brooke aside to ask her to officiate her wedding. And I'm like, I didn't know Brooke was an officiate. But I guess they like super close and like family, and she really helps Giselle. And I'm just like, see, and Brooke was saying, how Giselle's really like a girl's girl, and that's why she really love her, and I'm like, see, that's why I like Giselle, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then they get back and go tell everybody, and then Brooke's sister-in-law was there, the ladies off of the lady that was on the freight show, and so she come and tell her that her mom is basically passed out, and I'm like, her mama know how to have a good time. Like her mama came to celebrate. So Brooke went and got her mama and was just like, you supposed to be celebrating my divorce. Like you got one too many. Like come on. So then that was it on there. But it looked like they had a little good time. I'm like, and Brooke was like, she didn't realize how much she needed a good time. So, she was having a good time. And I'm like, then they rolled over into Jennifer, and I'm like, what is going on here? So I guess Jennifer was on the phone with somebody named Christian who was helping her with her movie. That she was telling him that she want to hold off on the showing of the movie because it's not perfect how she wanted it just yet. So she don't want to show the movie yet, and she feel like she want to take out on this L for a bigger win. And I'm like, with everything that's been going on lately, like maybe she need to use this advice towards the other Christian. But she be making them red flags green, and she told us that she got common sense. So I guess. Then they roll over into Brooke because this basketball wise, so they gotta give us a whole bunch of scenes. But anyways, they roll over into Brooke, and she's going to go view basically the house that her and her boyfriend were supposed to go view together, but she taking her mom. So her sister-in-law, who's showing her the house, is like, where your boyfriend at? And so she like, he, had to work or something, like he just couldn't make it. And then she started telling us on how this ain't the first time that her boyfriend done disappointed her. And then they start showing the scenes on how like many times he been disappointing her. And I'm like, Brandi was right. Like, and then Brooke get on there to tell us how one person's half empty cup is another person's half full cup, so she not gonna be begging for nobody attention. But I'm like, well, from the clips that they were showing us, it's kind of look like you begging him for your attention. So are we or are we not? Because they show like 3 or 4 clips. They've been messy. So I'm like, dang, like the first 2 times, I'm like, dang, so he done said you like 3, 4 times already? But yeah, she need to listen to Brandi. But yeah. So they came back with Giselle and Latasha, and they went to go see their wedding venue. And I'm like, getting surreal. So yeah, basically Giselle was telling Latasha that Brooke's gonna officiate, and she was saying how she just can't wait to be married and cook on her wife and love on her wife and be there for her, with her and Prince, just like as a family. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, Giselle, like I really hope everything like works out. You know what I mean? Like, getting married is not like the end all be all. Like, you still have to like live life together. You know what I mean? But I hope they like work well, like in life together. So I love to see it. I love to see it. And her wife, she is excited too. I'm just like, oh, she's like, I can't wait to make you my wife. I'm like, oh my god. Then they went over to Brooke and Brandi, and they met up for, was it dinner or something? Was it dessert or a drink? They met up somewhere. And basically they was talking about Brooke's relationship. So Brooke sat down and told Brandi that she broke up with her boyfriend. So Brandi's like, what? So she was just like, yeah, he don't have enough time for her, so maybe at another time when he can, come over here and they can be in the same place, but long distance just ain't working. So Brandi was just like, like I tried to tell you, like, was I wrong for asking you to slow down? You know what I mean? And then Brooke kind of went in on Brandi because she was just like, well, I mean, you were the same one that told me to stay with my cheating husband. So she was like, well, he only cheated once. And so she was like, well, once a cheater, always a cheater. So what y'all think? Y'all think once a cheater, always a cheater? So Brandi, she was like, no, I don't think so, because Jason cheated on her with like 300 women, and she still stayed. So that's her perspective, like, and she feels like he's not cheating on her anymore. And then Brooke is like, so she asked Brooke basically like, do you think Jason's cheating on me? And so Brooke just looked at her like and so she's like, I mean, you chose to stay like safe. I'm not the same. You know what I mean? And if I choose to meet somebody and marry them like tomorrow, I got more years behind me than in front of me, and I'm living my life. So, and what? Don't judge the way I'm out here dating. So I'm like, okay, bro, we ain't gonna judge the way you out here dating. Dang, we just trying to look out for you. I feel like Brandi was just trying to look out for you, but she been in. I was like, okay, bro, we gonna back up a little bit. I might have a couple more comments, but that was it.